Bowlers, we are gonna get started. Welcome back to Lakeside Lanes in Manchester, New Hampshire for another installment of the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. Hello everyone, my name is Steve Kelly. We have a great match for you this evening. It's going to be Trafton, who's been doing really awesome this season, and Dave LaRoche in Class C North. Sorry, just giving them the thumbs up to get started. It's going to be Dave LaRoche on your left, representing Lakeside Lanes as the home bowler. We have Trafton on your right as the away bowler from Boutwell's Bowling Center. And we are just about ready to get started. The hands are being shook, and we are going to play some Candlepin bowling here. My apologies for the the PA announcements. Occasionally may have some interruptions here, so if I pause to let those finish, we'll just do that. So it's going to be Trafton starting things out today here at Lakeside Lanes in Manchester, New Hampshire.
0353, 0353.
So here's Trafton with a season record of 31-39 on the head pin with a spread eagle 4 drop to start things out. This is the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour brought to you by 3 Ball Spare Conglomerate. This match was played on Friday evening, December 19th, 2025. And the match format is about 5 strings with 14 points on offer. Trafton will actually have an impressive second ball, and he'll leave the 2-pin, almost converting the spread eagle for the spare. Anyways, it's 2 points per string and 4 for total pinball. If there's a tie, the points are evenly split. There's Trafton clocking in with a 10 box to start out this 5-game series. Trafton, 10 after 1. If you have never seen Candlepin bowling, I hope you enjoy the match today. This is a unique take on bowling from the heart of New England and maritime eastern Canada. This broadcast should have subtitles and captions if you would like to enable them. Also consider the transcript feature if you are watching this from YouTube later on. There is a 6-pack right for Trafton. That's a 4 drop.
Ticket 0470, 0470.
During the match, I'm going to provide the play-by-play action and on-screen scoring to the best of my ability. The scores you see on your screen are unofficial. The bowlers maintain the official record separately from the broadcast. And every once in a while, I'll pause to make sure everything is in sync with the electronic score system down there.
They have a real voodoo type of a number. 0, 6, 6, 6.
Trafton will take a 7 box for 17 after 2. 10 box, then a 7 box for Trafton. This evening at Lakeside Lanes, they're offering door prizes for the holidays for the league that is happening tonight. So that's why we're occasionally going to be every once in a while interrupted by the announcements. So don't worry about those. Just means I'll just be awkwardly pausing every now and then. So please forgive me if that happens every now and then. It's for a good cause.
This is your next winning ticket, probably better than the last one. For the last raffle door prize, 0, 0, 6, 9.
Okay, I think that's done. Anyways, that's a near miss of a spare for Trafton, followed by a 9 box in the 3rd ball for 26 after 3. I will likely have chapters added to the YouTube description and the timeline, so you can choose to jump to certain points in the games if that is your preference. If in the off chance you like this content, I encourage you to consider subscribing to this channel to help us grow. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let me know in the comments. And that is a 2 drop for Trafton. Oh, and the second ball sails into the ocean. Right where the first ball went. That's consistency for you right there by Trafton. So he's looking to finish this 4th box with a little more than 2, and, well, he'll make it 4, I suppose. Yes, it will be 4. That's 30 after 4 for Trafton. Trafton fighting for the 4 box in the 4th.
All right, here we go. I'm going to pick the ticket for the money for you guys. 147 bucks.
Head pin shot, 6 drop for Trafton there. 3 diamond. 3, 5, 6, 9.
Winning ticket for the money, 147 bucks. 0326. 0326.
Spare attempts no good. 3-5 for Win Trafton. Win Trafton has a season record of 31-39. He's played 5 matches this season so far. On the road, he's 3-25. At home, he's 28-14. A staggering difference between away and home. There's a 9 for Win Trafton. Trying to get things started, having a little bit of trouble there, but he'll take 39 after 5.
0326. Remember, some of you ripped them off your strip and put them in your pocket. Look in your pocket.
All right, and here's Dave LaRoche for the first time this evening here on Lane 24, Lakeside Lanes in Manchester, New Hampshire. And Dave fires. Caleri minus the sleeper eventually turns into a 6-drop, 4 horseman right side, 1-3-6-10 for Dave LaRoche. And Dave will take 2 and leave 2. 1 and 10 are left on the deck. Two on the plate for Dave for 10. And he'll take a 10. 10 after 1 for both of our bowlers in the first. Dave LaRoche has a season record of 70-42 with 8 matches played.
On behalf of our BAE League, the staff, Timmy, Wendy, Greco, Bobby, Kevin, Shane, Caitlin, Mo, and Chuck. Tim. Yeah, I can't forget Tim, right? Oh, hey, wait a minute. If I'm going to mention Tim, I got to mention Wendy. Well, I have to, or I wouldn't hear the end of it. Huh? Anyways, have a awesome Christmas, Happy New Year, and be safe because this shit just happened today. It's supposed to freeze tonight, so be careful driving home.
You got all that? I got all that. My comments mirror theirs. Anyways, that's another 8 for Dave, or that's an 8 box for Dave LaRoche. Not another 8, his first 8 box. It was almost a leave that was similar to his first box, but he couldn't convert it for a 10 by the third. So that's 18 after 2 for Dave LaRoche now. All right, anyways, to get back to the discussion of stats for Dave LaRoche, he has a season record of 70-42 with 8 matches played. That's a staggeringly positive record. He'll drop 7 there, missing the head pin, but he'll mix 7. He has an away record of 38-18, a home record of 32-24, season average 104. When he's on the road, he has an away average of 107.2, and when he's at home, he has a home average of 100.95.
Hey, BAE, you ready? Yellow tickets.
1 and 8 left for Dave for a 10 box
First
here.
door prize. I'm going to call it out. Come up and get it. 588060. 588060.
10 box for Dave LaRoche, 28 after 3, 10-8-10 so far. Win Trafton, 10-7-9 as of 3 boxes. 26 for Trafton, 28 for LaRoche, a difference of 2. Dave, head pin. Split of 8, 5-7. With wood. Promising setup. Angled correctly. Here's Dave. He's got it. Our first mark of the night.
8060.
In fact, let's watch that again, shall we? Dave LaRoche.
All right, next winning ticket, yellow, 3448. 3448. Starts with a 5-0.
He'll take 8 on the spare. A big 18 in the fourth for Dave LaRoche puts him at 46 after 4, and he's at another spare setup here, 4 and 7. Again, my apologies if my commentary pauses every now and then. I'm just competing with the PA system. Oh, and there's a spare for Dave LaRoche. Another one, a double spare. Let's watch that again, actually, real quick while we have the time. Watch this. On the 4-7, Dave LaRoche, I thought it was a miss. It was a little bit scary there for a moment, but he capped the wood. Oh, it was beautiful. He made that face. You saw that face. That was a great face made by Dave, and I would make that face too. That's 56 and a bonus for Dave LaRoche, and he's going to sit on that. That's going to be a lot for Win Trafton to respond to.
503969. 503969.
Trafton punches 2 for a half Worcester. You've heard of Elf on the Shelf. How about 8 on the plate? He punches the 2 and the 8. Trafton will take a few more out, hitting the head pin. 4-5-7.
Next winning ticket 502855. 502855.
And that will be a leave of the 5 and the 7 for Win Trafton. That's an 8 box, and that will be 47 after 6 for Mr. Trafton. All right, let's get back to Win Trafton. Talking about him, he has a season record of 31-39. He's bowled 5 matches this season so far. Home at Boutwell's Bowling Center, he's 28-14. On the road, he has a little bit more to prove. He has an away record of 3-25. Season average 102.2, away average 101.9, home average 102.5. High single 120, high series 541. When Trafton punches, drops 7, and the same leave as his last frame, 4-5-7. And there is some wood across the 4 and the 7, as you can see there. I would hit the right side of the cap and try to get a sideball bounce to take the 5, along with the 4 and the 7. Trafton, a little bit too full and direct on that wood. On the 5, Win Trafton will leave the 5. It's a 9 for Win Trafton for a 56 after 7. I was talking with Win Trafton. Myself, Win Trafton, and Dave LaRoche were all bowling here at Lakeside Lanes just last evening. Myself and Dave LaRoche bowl on the same team in the Sportsman Thursday Night League and in the Thursday Night Mixed League. That's the league Win Trafton bowls in. And Win Trafton had a heck of a night that night. He had 2 very impressive games, far over 100. And he'll drop 9 here. As for Dave, well, he said he was going to save it for this evening. And speaking of saving it for right now, Win Trafton will take a single pin spare. Let's watch that again in case you missed it on the 6. Cue it up here a little bit. Watch this. All over it with wood, angled no problem. Dinks and doinks it. Here's the follow-up. Head pin for Win Trafton 4-6-3. A split of 7, but a good 17 box. Three, 4, 7. No, 3-4-6 for Win Trafton. And he'll connect with a 6.
Yellow ticket 503233. 503233.
8 box for Win Trafton, 81 after 9. So Win Trafton has 1 mark this game. At 81 after 9, he's going to have to really hope for maybe a double strike, maybe a triple strike, to kind of put his wall of defense a little bit higher than its current height. Dave LaRoche currently sitting on a double mark, 56 and a bonus after 5. A difference of 25 pins as of right now. Oh, and there's a good bid for it. The 7 pin. Oh, almost 10 in the pit for Win Trafton, but the 7 pin is resilient. Resilient, I tell you, but he could get a mark on this. That will definitely help.
Next number 503939.
He's got it. Spare for Trafton.
503939.
Here we are again. This was Win Trafton's single pin spare. A lot of wood to assist, and he played that wood, played it well. This will be his final box of the first game. Final ball of the first game, excuse me. Oh no. Oh my goodness.
503939.
That hurts a little bit. So for Win Trafton, unfortunately, I wish there was a happier ending to that spare than what happened, but he'll take a spare with a 0 fill at the end for a 91 first game. That is confirmed for Win Trafton here in the first. He went quite a bit of headpin shots, 6 for 10 with 3 splits. Dave LaRoche now looks to fire. Fire back in response. Return fire, Dave LaRoche. First time on lane 23, our home bowler this evening. 56 in a bonus after 5. This is a follow-up, working on a spare. Splash on the headpin. It was full. I was worried about that, and that resulted in the split, but he'll fill with 7. 6, 7, 10. A little bit too direct on the right side wood. Similar story to Win Trafton's mark. Mark shot.
502-889.
He'll take a 10 box for 73 and 6. That's Dave LaRoche down there. Win Trafton on the bench. Steve Kelly on the call. Great to have you along. Friday night at Lakeside Lanes in Manchester, New Hampshire. Dave LaRoche is sponsored by the Alamo Texas Barbecue and Tequila Bar in Brookline, New Hampshire on 99 Route 113. That's what the back of his shirt advertises, and that's who he's sponsored by in the ACST, and that's what he would like you to know about. Run by Dominic Mariano, who also bowls on our Thursday night team. Dominic Mariano is an awesome dude. And
number 503-565.
And he runs a fantastic establishment also. He once had a buffet here about a year and some change ago, and I was able to sample quite a bit of it.
565.
And I got to say, Alamo food is fantastic, so do check it out. Great local business, the Alamo Texas Barbecue and Tequila Bar on 99 Route 113 in Brookline, New Hampshire. That's a 9 box for Dave LaRoche, and he's currently at 82 after 7.
Next number 503-168.
Indirect split for Dave LaRoche.
503-168.
7, 8, 9 with wood. This will be pretty if it goes, but as you can see, the prospects are tricky, to say the least. LaRoche will make a play for it. Oh, and it was almost good. That was the right place to hit it. Yeah, you wanted to helicopter the wood so you could take it left, and hopefully the ball would have gone right to the 9. The ball just didn't do its job.
502-789.
9 box for LaRoche, 81 and 8.
502-789.
Excuse me, 91 and 8. Just kidding. Dave LaRoche pulling ahead of Trafton by the 8th box, 91 to 73. Currently tied for Trafton's first game, so Dave LaRoche should comfortably take the first game. He is now playing to run up the score here in the first game. Or to score you some fantasy points in your Fantasy Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour League. And speaking of fantasy points, there's some real points. 10 in the pit for Dave LaRoche. That's a strike. And in fact, I'll show you this again. Beautiful ball, beautiful hammer. Which pocket does that hit? The 1-2 pocket, crossing over. Blows him up. 101 plus more in the 9th. LaRoche, not exactly the same ball in the follow-up, but he's still mixing pins down. It looks like it's going to be a fill of 6 so far.
All right, let's mix things up here a bit. 588029.
Odd shot on the target pin. There'll be an 8 fill on the strike. 109 and 9. And he's got the 10 box. 119 for Dave LaRoche first game with that 10 box. Here's your score update. 119 to 91 is your first game total, both game and total for Dave LaRoche. Dave LaRoche comfortably in the lead by 28 by the first game, but we still have 4 more games to go as 2 points per string and 4 for total pinfall. Ties split things in half.
502560, 502560.
Setting up for game 2 here on the ACST. Win Trafton challenging Dave LaRoche. It's a road game for Win Trafton. Coming down from Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire. Win Trafton bowled at Lakeside Lanes in prior ACST years. He's now at Boutwell's Bowling Center this year. Here's Win. Head pin, nice ball, strike worthy, 5-10. Split of 8.
502624, 502624.
Now he has wood in front of the 5, and it's angled mostly favorably. Could help, could hurt. Let's see what happens. Oh, so close for Win. So close for Win. I think he played it a little bit high, and it could have gone, but eh.
All right, next winning ticket, 502972. 502972.
That's 9 after 1 for Win Trafton. Win Trafton has 16 strikes, 41 spares, 48 tens for the season so far, with a 41.6 perfect box percentage, 2,556 seasonal pinfall so far. He's currently first place in his division and 4th in the wildcard seed. He's in Class C North Division 2 this year. Cluster pins in the center there for Mr. Trafton. Gonna leave a couple down there.
All right, here you go, 503627.
It'll take a 10 box, and that's 19 after 2 for Win Trafton now. And here's Win. Six drop.
Five zero 3410. 503410.
Win will take a 9 for 28 after 3. Win's on the head pin there, he drops 9. 5 pin down there.
Five zero 2788. 502788.
On the single, he's got it for the spare, Win Trafton. 38 in a bonus after 4. Two on the fill, right side half Worcester. 40 in a bonus after 4. Or excuse me, 40 after 4 with that 2 fill on the spare.
All right, everybody, here's your last door prize before the money. 502653. 502653.
He'll punch the head pin and leave the 5, the 6, and the 10 for a 7 for Win Trafton. That's 47 after 5. So Win Trafton with 1 mark. He's 2 for 5 in the head pin with 1 split so far. 1.5 game total of 138 for Win Trafton. Dave's off to the left. 3 down. There's a chance at the half of this I may need to pause the stream. Seems I'm having either a lag issue or something, so we'll check that out in just a little bit here. If you can still hear me, I will describe it to the best of my ability, and we'll try to get that fixed as soon as we can, as soon as I have a couple of seconds to troubleshoot it. 1 in 10 for Dave LaRoche. For the spare, he leaves the 10. Not much going on down there. A poke of the 6 for Mr. LaRoche. LaRoche on the 1-3, and he almost takes out the lemon drop leave for a spare. The 4-pin is left on the deck.
All right, here we guys. Here we go. 147 big ones. 5-0. 3-6.
Okay, if the stream looks great remotely, that's great to hear.
4-5. 5-0.
That's good. Maybe just my
3-6,
preview
4-5.
window is just having a moment. Well, it's good to know if it's looking good otherwise. Anyways, that's 18 after 2 for Dave LaRoche. 2 9-boxes. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing, but whatever. If it looks great to you guys, then that's fine with me. 18 after 2. And Dave LaRoche calls a TV timeout. He might not have 10. Yes, he's missing the 5-pin down there on the plate. Yep, I see what he's gesturing. Okay, that might give us a little bit of time here to investigate Dave LaRoche a little bit more. That's not Dave LaRoche. This is Dave LaRoche. Oh my goodness.
But on behalf of Tim, Wendy, Greco, Chuck, Little Boo, and everybody else, have a good Christmas. And yes, we are bowling after Christmas. You voted on it. And we're bowling after New Year's. You voted on it. So if you're not going to be here, you better roll off when they're open.
You got all
And
that?
be safe going home. It's supposed to freeze.
Oh, Dave LaRoche leaves the 4 down there on lane 24. He shot for the Caleri, hit it in the right spot, but the 4-pin was left.
Hello, Kevin. Hello.
10 box for Dave LaRoche. That's 28 after 3. Okay. So Dave LaRoche, he has a high single of 142, a high series 550, 18 strikes, 80 spares, 95 tens, 48.25 perfect box percentage, 41.63 seasonal pinfall. He's currently 2nd place in his division, that division being Class C North Division 4, currently 5th place in the wild card seed. And Dave LaRoche is going to leave some pins on the deck, 3 to be specific, 1, 2, and the 7. 4 horsemen minus the 4. 7 drop for Dave. And he'll miss the object just a little bit off to the left, leaving the 10. Oh, no, miss it for a 9.
All right, BAE, if you are getting involved in the Yankee swap, put your gift on the table behind the food where the soda is.
You got that, BAE League? Okay. 3 9s and 1 10 for Dave LaRoche. That's 37 after 4. So we wait for Kevin Davis to run down to do his magic behind the lanes. Kevin Davis, fantastic bowler in his own right from the old TV days. And in the current days, Dave LaRoche drops 7 here. 2, 4, 7 with wood in front of it. Should be able to putt it right in for a spare. Hit that wood almost anywhere, and you should be in business. And look at that. There's the business being conducted by Dave LaRoche. He'll sit on a spare. Assessing the scores, currently 47-47 after 5 in the second game, halfway through. Trafton and LaRoche. Dave LaRoche has an advantage being on a spare. In the total, Dave LaRoche is leading by 28 plus a bonus 168 to win Trafton's 138, 1.5 games in here on the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. As we go to switch back to Mr. Win Trafton here in Manchester. Here's Win. He'll take 3 out, 6-pack right and the 7. Trafton's on the pocket, but a little bit too full. He leaves the 6-7. For Win Trafton. Takes the 6, leaves the 7. Candlepin math tells me that's a 9 box for 56 in 6 for Trafton. 1 mark with a 2 fill this game so far. He's currently 2 for 6 on the head pin with 1 split. And Win Trafton overall is currently 8 for 16 on the head pin with 4 splits. 31% perfect box percentage for Win Trafton so far. Trafton fires. Oh, and he'll take a left side half Worcester. 2 and the 8 poked out. He'll nudge the 4 ever so gently. He'll take 3 for the box so far with 1 box to go. Hopefully he can get something more than that out of here. Hopefully for a feel-good reset and forget for Win Trafton, and he'll make it a 6. 1, 5, 7, 10 for 62 in 7 for Trafton. Mr. Kevin Davis, as always. And Win will take down 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The world's, well, not the slowest, but one of the slowest strikes in recent memory goes to Win Trafton. And I don't even know if my replay caught all of it. Oh, and it looks like I did. Look at that, 1-2 pocket. And it keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going until it finally goes down. Win Trafton's on a strike, 72, and a bonus after 8. Win 1-2 pocket again. He'll drop 7 this time. It was almost the same looking kind of ball even. 5-6-3 for Win Trafton now. Oh, and he'll take a 9. He'll just narrowly miss the last pin of the triangle. The 5 pin to be exact. He'll take the 3 and the 6. That's a 9 fill on the strike, 81 and 8. Trafton. Oh, and he'll miss to the left. That's a 9 for Win Trafton, 90 and 9. What more can I tell you about Win Trafton? In his past 5 matches, he has taken 31 points, averaging 6.2 points per match. 25-30 pinfall in his past 5 matches. 2 matches greater than or equal to 500. Here's Win. Oh, and a shot in the pocket, and he'll mix down 9 again. Not quite a strike this time. Pins mixed differently. Fell slowly, but the 10 pin was not really involved at all in that skirmish. Win for the spare. Oh, and it's into the gutter. That's going to be a fouled 9 box for Mr. Trafton, and he's going to be coming out of the second game with 99 for a 2-game total of 190 for Win Trafton here. So a 2-mark 99 for Win Trafton. Dave LaRoche currently on the bench, 166 and a bonus in the total and 47 and a bonus after 5. We'll see what Dave LaRoche can do here on the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour in the second game of 5. Great to have you along with us. I'm Steve Kelly in the call. Win Trafton at Dave LaRoche in Manchester, New Hampshire on Friday, December 19th, 2025. Dave LaRoche is coming on to lane 23 on a mark, on a spare. LaRoche working on a spare, and he'll make it a 6 drop. 1, 3, 6, 7. 1, 3, 6, 7, 1, 3, 6 drop, and the 7 doesn't go. So he's at 53 after 6. Made a great bid for another spare, but couldn't repeat the double magic of the previous game. Feels like a 10 instead. 63 and 6. Dave will mix down 6. Right side, 4 horsemen. And to run down those 4 horsemen, he hits the object pin, but hits a 2 direct and 2 full. He leaves the 3, the 6, and the 10. But he'll run the rest down for another 10 box for Dave LaRoche. Second 10 box in a row, 73 in 7. $73 and 7 for LaRoche, 62 and 7 for Trafton, with 99 or higher being the target for Dave. 1-2 pocket, drops 9, and he takes a strike, a late falling strike. It's still a strike no matter what. Both bowlers with strikes in the 8th. Dave's was a little bit faster than Wynn's, just a little. And he'll take 5 so far. 4 horsemen plus the 8 on the left side. Dave LaRoche currently averaging 6.3 on the first ball, and he'll take a 6 on the fill, 89 and 8. Win Trafton's currently averaging 5.9 on the first ball. 89 and 8 for LaRoche, and then wow, is that going to be a 4-pin? Thinking about it, it won't go. It'll make a pretty attempt for it, but not quite. 98 and 9 for Dave LaRoche, 90 and 9 for Win Trafton. LaRoche, thin hit on the 1-3 pocket. Will drop 4. Cluster of 5 on the right, plus the 7. Oh, and LaRoche will get the kick from the right side to the left side, and he'll leave the 7. I thought I had a chance of going. Wanted to do a right-left sweep. LaRoche for the 9 or 10. He'll take a 9, and he'll take the second game. That's 107 for Dave LaRoche. 99 to 107 is confirmed. That's 190 for Win Trafton, 226 for Dave LaRoche. Dave LaRoche currently with all the points. 4 points for Dave LaRoche so far. 2 games in here on the ACST. 2 games of 5 done. Looking to move on to the third game here momentarily. See if Win Trafton can score some points here at Lakeside Lanes in Manchester, New Hampshire this evening. Still plenty of points up for grabs. 10 points to be exact. Game 3 now, win Trafton. And he's off. Off to the races with a 5-drop Caleri on the left side, 1-2-4-7-9. The Caleri shot's named after Bob Caleri of Lexington, Massachusetts. C-A-L-I-R-I. Appeared a lot on the WNDS shows. Candlepin Stars and Strikes. Search him on YouTube, I'm sure you'll find him. Apparently he got that shot a lot. 4-9 leave for Win Trafton after ball 2. Here's ball 3. And it will be 8 for Win Trafton. He'll miss his object to the left. 8 after 1 for Win. Trafton has his longest series of strings greater than 100 clocked at 4 right now. Longest streak of matches greater than 500 at a time is clocked at 2 right now. And 2 matches in a row is his current winning streak. And there is a winning strike for Win Trafton. Winning streak, winning strike. Whatever it is, he threw a strike. And it was a fast one, too. Look at that. 18 and a bonus after 2 for Win Trafton. The follow-up, 1-3 pocket again, mixing, almost a double, 4-7, 4 wiggling. Drops 8 so far, but he's set up for the spare. Lane 24, Win Trafton here in Manchester. He's got it for the spare. He says he'll take it, and I don't disagree. You take that right to the bank, Win Trafton. That's 38 after 3. Here's the follow-up to that spare for Win Trafton. Ooh, a little bit off to the right of the head pin. 1-2-4-10, 6 fill. That's 44 after 3 for Win Trafton. Oh, and another mark for Win Trafton. Oh my goodness, he's got things dialed in right now, I'll tell you that. He's 54 after 4. Oh, that was a beautiful shot. That was a just chef's kiss on this shot. 1-2-4-10, right on the 1-2 pocket. Goodbye. See ya. 3 marks in a row for Win Trafton. And he's on the 1-2 pocket. Drops 8, 5-9. 62 after 4 for Win Trafton. With potential for more. Oh, and there is more. It's a spare and 4 marks in a row for Win Trafton. That's a 72 half. See, it only took 2.5 games for Win Trafton to get started here. That's a 72 half. 1 strike and 3 spares in a row with a 10 fill, a 6 fill, and an 8 fill on those first 3 marks, and then the 4th mark is pending. 72 and a bonus for Win Trafton is his half. 3 for 5 on the head pin, no splits. What a heck of a half and a statement by Win Trafton, the away bowler. After having trouble in the first 2 games, he's finally here, and he brought the marks with him. Here's Win Trafton now. I mean, Dave LaRoche now. I'm talking about Win Trafton so much here. Here is Dave LaRoche. 1-2 pocket. Mixing, mixing. It's going to be a leave a 6 and a split a 6. 7, 9, 10, 6 for Dave with a lot of wood. Lot of wood. And the lot of wood betrayed him a little bit. He kind of got stuffed on the caps, and yeah. And his comments reflect mine. Yeah, it didn't do what he thought it was going to do. And yeah, that's really all I can say about that. Dave for the 10. He'll make it his best 9 box. I'll call it his best 9 box of the night. Dave LaRoche 9 after 1, Trafton 8 after 1. And now it's mark time for Dave LaRoche. Time to enter the gauntlet of 4 marks in a row committed by Win Trafton. He'll start out with a 6 drop. 1789. Hit the object pin, and you'll have a decent chance of getting this spare. Oh no, but he missed. Yep, the body language says it all there. Unfortunate miss for Dave LaRoche. And he'll make it a 7 box. If there was ever a prediction on what the box value was going to be, 7 was not going to be it. 16 after 2 for Dave LaRoche on that shot. It's one of those shots where you just kind of become a ghost of yourself and you have an out-of-body experience wondering what the heck happened there. Dave LaRoche with an orange pin, head pin, hits that orange pin. He'll split 7, 3, 6, 7. The 6 goes and nothing else. It's the 3 and the 10, 3 and the 7, excuse me, for Dave LaRoche. He'll make it an 8. That's 24 after 3 for Dave. Down by 20 to Win Trafton's 44 after 3. Win Trafton may have just swung the pinfall in his favor here, unless Dave can get some marks, get something started here. And that is a bit of a false start there by Dave LaRoche. He'll punch the 4 and that's it. And a couple more go down. Dave LaRoche checking his footing. Not sure if there's something up with his approach or the throw or whatever it is, but he was not satisfied with that second ball. Right on the head pin, but a little full. He loses the 3 and the 7 for an 8 box. 32 after 4 for Dave. Oh, and Dave will punch right through the center, and he'll take a 4-drop spread eagle. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 10 for Dave LaRoche. And Dave cuts the right wing, and the 2-pin slices in the gap between the 3-pin slices in the gap between the 2 and the 4. 2, 4, 7 untouched though. For the other side of the bird, Dave LaRoche will take a 9 for a 41.5. That's the half for Dave LaRoche, currently down by 31 to Win Trafton and then some. 72 and a bonus for Win Trafton. 41 after 5 for Dave LaRoche. Dave LaRoche still has the total by 5, but you can see that gap has dwindled significantly thanks to Win Trafton's high-powered 72.5. Time to see what happens next here at Lakeside Lanes in Manchester, New Hampshire. This Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour match, this Class C North match between Win Trafton and Dave LaRoche. Steve Kelly here in the audio. Great to have you along. Trafton will splash and mix 5, and it's a 5 fill. 77 after 5. 1, 3, 7, 9, 10 leave for Win Trafton with a piece of wood diagonal behind the head pin. Oh, and he'll spare it up. He'll take all that out. Can you believe that? Beautiful shot. 87 and a bonus and 6 for Win Trafton. He's got his spare ball figured out so well. He threw 5 marks in a row. Incredible. Well, let's see Win Trafton keep it going here. Start the car. This might be a short game if Win Trafton can keep going. Here on lane 23. Head pin and a splash. It's going to be at least a 7 fill, 4, 6, 7. $94 and 6 for Win Trafton. Oh, and he almost does it. He almost does it. He played the wood to the right of the 6, slid over to the 7 and the 4. The 7 was taken out, but the 4 was just barely missed. Just like almost sideswiped. But he takes a 10 to clean that up. That's 104 and 7 for Win Trafton. That ends the incredible streak of 5 marks in a row. And he's thrown a perfect game aside from the first ball. Win Trafton is averaging 6.2 on the first ball. He has 15 headpin shots, 5 splits for the evening so far. 2 strikes, 7 spares, and 3 tens. And Win Trafton, he'll take 7 out. Set up for another spare bid here, 2, 4, 7. Let's see what he does. Win Trafton, I think he just probably pushed a little bit too hard for that bid for the spare. He takes the 4, leaves the 3 and the 7. And it turns into a 9 box. That's 113 and 8 for Win Trafton now. Six pin gets poked out for Win. Trafton has taken in 54 bonus pins off of fills, averaging 6 per mark fill. He'll mix down more. 7, 10, 2 and the 4 for Win Trafton now. And he'll touch them all. Won't get them all. He'll take a 122 in the 9th with that 9 box. So Trafton's currently at 312 after 3, suddenly averaging over 100. Great for his seasonal average, which is 102.2, getting things back on track. Trafton on the head pin, a little bit too much on the head pin. 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 5 drop. Really, after all that, just a 5 drop? Yeah, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10 for Win Trafton. Played the wood. I don't think I would have done it much differently. He leaves the 4, 7, 10. No mark. Currently at 129. It becomes a 131. Win Trafton, what a game. What an incredible streak of marks. 5 in a row. A lot of shots on the head pin. 6 for 10 with 2 splits. 91, 99, 131. That's a 3-game total of 321 for Win Trafton. Great performance there. That streak of 5 marks was nothing short of exciting, and he almost had even more. In all rights, I think he really should have had a 6th one. Anyways, we got Dave LaRoche with a lot to prove. 41 after 5. A lot of ground to make up. Needs a 90 half to tie. 1-3 pocket for Dave, and he'll make a great bid on the first ball with a 9 drop, leaving the 7 pin. get things started. Single pin spare for Dave. Will he get it? Oh, he'll just miss it just barely. Not in the gutter, not on the 7. Somewhere in the very thin gap between those two. Second ball for the spare is no good for Dave. He's going for a 10 box now on the third ball. That's on it. He didn't even look at it. He just turned around and wished he could have done that on the second ball. 10 box for Dave, 51 and 6. Dave missed the head pin, but he mixed down 5. Pretty lucky mix. 1, 2, 6, 9, 10. And the 1, the 2, the 6, the 9, and the 10, they all fall. Took a little while, but they did go. 61 and a bonus for Dave. Let's watch that go again. Beautiful shot on the 1-2 pocket. Just had to wait for the wood to figure it all out afterwards. Dave on lane 23. LaRoche. Lucky shot, missing the head pin. Look at those arms up by Dave. Great 7 fill. A lucky 7 fill, but still great. 2, 3, 4. Watching the action. What's that 2-pin gonna do? He hit kind of the object wood and the object target, probably the way I would have done it, but just didn't really get too lucky on the mix. And speaking of unlucky, look at that. 76 and 8 for Dave LaRoche against 113 and 8 for Win Trafton. With 2 boxes to go, Dave LaRoche is still within striking distance in the total, just as at minus 19, but he's at minus 55 in the game. LaRoche on the 1-2 pocket. 6-pin. Oh my goodness, that 6-pin. You got to be kidding me. I thought that thing was a goner. It's a fighter, that's what it is. The 6-pin is standing tall. So Dave LaRoche is going to target the 6-pin for a spare. But he missed it. Oh, goodness. Well, okay. So it'll be for a 10 box now. Same target. Actually, almost the same wood, but it's a different piece of wood that came out of the gutter. Dave will make it a 9. That's 85 and 9 for Mr. LaRoche. A couple of missed opportunities here in the third game. Difference of 46 between Win Trafton and Dave LaRoche going into the 10th. 122 to 85 in the 9th. Target is 131 for Dave LaRoche. He currently faces a max of 115, so it will be the third game for Win Trafton. Win Trafton has a guaranteed 2 points so far. And made a great bid for the total to claw some of it back. Here's Dave. 1536, drops 6 so far. Dave for the spare. He's got it. There's a mark for Dave LaRoche. A sigh of relief, a sigh of disgust, whatever it is, Dave LaRoche lets out a sigh. He's got a mark at least. 1536, gone. This will be for the mark, 95 and a bonus. He'll keep it as close as he can. On the 1-2 pocket, he'll drop 6. He'll fill 6. That's a 101 for Dave LaRoche. Score update coming in right here, 327 to 321. Dave LaRoche holds on to the total by 6, but he'll fall in the third game. Win Trafton has 2 points, 131 to Dave LaRoche's 101, winning by a clean 30. Coming out of the third game. So Win Trafton coming alive in the third game. Will he keep that hot streak going for the fourth? Find out with me here as we go to the fourth game here on the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. In Manchester, New Hampshire at Lakeside Lanes, it's Win Trafton at Dave LaRoche. Steve Kelly on the call. Great to have you along. How are you all at home and everything? It's great here at Lakeside Lanes. Weather is pretty great today. We had some pretty chaotic rain and wind going on earlier today, but it's all kind of calmed down. As you may have heard on the PA system earlier, it's apparently going to be possibly freezing as we go into the evening hours, the later evening hours this evening. So we'll see where that takes us, but it doesn't rain indoors, so there's no rain delay. Let's start the fourth game. Win Trafton. And what an opening ball by Win Trafton. 9 drop, 7 pin. Oh no. Sorry, wrong camera, but he'll miss it off to the left. He'll miss the 4 pin off to the left. Win will miss it off to the right. I do like symmetrical-esque shots. That will be a 9 box for Mr. LaRoche. I mean, Mr. Trafton. My goodness. You know, if I could say names right, that would be fantastic. That's 9 after 1 for Win Trafton. Win Trafton with the orange pin as the 2 pin. He'll miss the head pin. He'll mix down a fair amount of pins. 1, 5, 4, 7, 8. It's a 5 drop. And Win, he'll take a spare off of that pile of pins. That's 19 and a bonus after 2 for Mr. Trafton. Why don't we watch that again on the 1, 5, 1, 4, 5, 7, 8 for Win Trafton. Got a tube. Just signaling to Win that there's a pin in the tube down there. I don't know if you can see it, but we got a bit of a oh, and I think that just got a whole lot worse. So we're definitely going to be pausing for a little bit of lane maintenance or something to that effect. Yeah. Yes, we're going to have to pause for that. One moment. Technical difficulties on the lane's part. So we'll talk more about Win Trafton in the meanwhile. He averages about 1.5 points per away match and 9.3 points per home match. He has 16 strikes, 41 spares, and 48 tens in his past 5 matches. He has 3 matches without double-digit victories so far this season. That's not a bad number to have. His longest streak of matches greater than or equal to 500 has been 2 so far. His longest streak of matches with 10 points or greater is clocked at 2 right now. Win Trafton averages 23.4 out of 50 headpin shots per match. Averages about 10.2 splits per match. With 2 pinfall wins for the season, he's the 17th highest Class C average at 102.2. Very recently, Win Trafton faced Gary Dion in round 4 in an away game. He took 3 points against Gary. With a 496 series, he threw an 85, a 101, a 109, a 99, and a 102 in that match with 3 strikes, 7 spares, and 10 tens. Kevin Davis is still working on the lane down there, but I think it's probably just about good. I'm signaling to Dave. Yes, I did plug the Alamo as well. But I will remind you, Dave LaRoche is sponsored by the Alamo Texas Barbecue and Tequila Bar on 99 Route 113 in Brookline, New Hampshire. Do check it out if you're around that area. Or if you just want to make the drive. Go bowling, then go to the Alamo. Never forget the Alamo. Kevin Davis has taken care of lane 24. The care and feeding of lane 24 is complete. It's now Win Trafton working on a spare. And, ooh, all that for just a 2 fill for Win Trafton. Hey, a 12 box is a 12 box, right? 21 after 2 for Win Trafton. Trafton, oh, and he almost spares it up. Will he spare it up? Oh, he did spare it up. Oh, yeah. No problem for win, 31 and a bonus. He wishes the second ball was the first ball, but don't we all? 2 marks in a row for Win Trafton. He's got the car started. 5 pinfalls last. Trafton 1-2 pocket, strong showing. Drops 8, 3-9. Trafton will poke the 9 and leave the 3. And he'll clean up for a 10 box for 49 after 4 for Win Trafton. Win Trafton currently at 370 in his total after 34 boxes out of 50. Opening ball of box 5 here in game 4. Win Trafton on the pocket. 7-10 split with wood. But the wood, oh yeah, that's good wood. That's good wood down there for Win Trafton. 8 drop, 7-10 split. Play that wood correctly and you've got a spare. I'd argue there's probably multiple ways to get this. Let's see if Win picks one. If Win picks a winner. He wanted to redline the center wood. That is a good idea, but the ball just didn't go over to the 7. It took the 10, no problem. And he'll take a 9. 58 after 5. For Win Trafton, 2 spares, 2 9 boxes, and a 10. 3 for 5 in the head pin with 1 split. That half for Win Trafton. Currently at 379, 3.5 games in, 91, 99, 131, and currently a 58 half for Win Trafton. It'll be Dave LaRoche's turn to respond now. Here in Manchester, New Hampshire at Lakeside Lanes. Off of exit 1 on New Hampshire 101. Off the Massabesic traffic circle nearby the Massabesic Lake. Dave LaRoche. Drop 7 so far. He'll split 7. 3, 9, 10 for Dave. And Dave missed his target, took the pins in the back, left the pin in the front. LaRoche for the 10 box. He'll take a 9 on the 3. 9 after 1 for Dave. Dave LaRoche recently faced Steve Davis in round 6, an away game at Portsmouth Bolorama. He took 12 points for a 550 series. Oh, he threw a 104, a 129, a 101, a 118, and a 98 with 3 strikes, 13 spares, and 10 tens, 19 headpin shots, and 14 splits. There's an 8 drop for Dave LaRoche, 2 in the 7 down there. With wood, that should be a nice pickup for a spare. Put it in. Oh, you got to be kidding me. How does it jump over the 7? And he's just having a good laugh. That's what Dave is doing down there. The best reaction you can have when you get a rip-off shot like that. LaRoche 9 or 10. It becomes a 10 when it really should have been a spare, but a 10's a 10. 19 after 2 for Dave LaRoche. He says it is not a PGS, and I agree. No, it is not a textbook PGS in any definition. Here's Dave. He'll poke 2 out for right side half Worcester. Dave a little full on the head pin, leaves the 4, 6, 7, 10. Some might call that a banana split. Getting 2 pins would be ideal. Getting any more is gravy. And he'll make it an 8 box for 27 after 3 for Mr. Dave LaRoche. Dave will drop 5. It's a Caleri left side. 1, 2, 4, 7, 9 for Dave LaRoche. And he'll take everything but the head pin of the Caleri. Be shooting for a 10 box with a 9 box guarantee. And he'll take a 9. 36 after 4 for Dave LaRoche. When Trafton's at 58 after 5 and at 49 after 4. $13 pin deficit in the 4th between Dave LaRoche and Win Trafton. Dave is off to the right of the head pin again. Just has to make a slight course correction to the left and he'll be in business, but he really is attracted to that 3 pin on the first ball so far. 1, 7, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8. One, 2, 4, 7, 8 for the 3rd ball. And he's on the money there for the 10 box for Dave LaRoche. He's 46 after 5. 46 after 5 for Dave LaRoche. Win Trafton currently leading in the game by 12 with a 58 half. And Win Trafton is now holding on to the total by 6 at the moment. 379 for Win Trafton, 373 for Dave LaRoche. 3.5 games down, 1.5 game to go. It'll be Win Trafton here once he is ready to return to the approaches. Before we change gears back to Win Trafton, though, we will talk a little bit more about Dave LaRoche since we'll have a couple of spare seconds here. He's currently 7th in the ACST for total 10s at 95. He's number 2 in the ACST North total 10s at 95. ACST versus ACST North, the difference between those two stats. He has the 13th highest Class C average at 104, the 8th highest Class C average at 142, the 7th Class C total strikes at 18, the 5th Class C total spares at 80, the number 2 Class C perfect box percentage at 48.3, and the number 2 Class C total 10s at 95. And Win Trafton now is ready to roll. Here on lane 23. Here's Win. All he does is win Trafton. And he'll poke the 6. Definitively. Trafton's second ball is a much better ball, but will he get the backdoor domino? Not quite. I was waiting for that head pin to figure it out, but just didn't go. And even when Trafton went back to stare at me, and he was like, "Can you believe that?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, I don't know." That's a 10 box, and that's 68 for Win Trafton. Wynn is still having some trouble down there. He's poking 2 out this time. Oh, and he does it again. Wynn Trafton just having some trouble down there. And he's going to get out of this box with a few more pins, thank goodness. It'll be a 5 for Wynn Trafton, a hard-fought 5. 73-7 for Trafton. Wynn Trafton enjoys macro photography of plant life. He's taken some really great close-up detailed shots of all kinds of really awesome flowers and stuff. He's the owner of the Purple Haze Farm in Wilton, New Hampshire since 2016. He has a Facebook page for that. Pokes the 3 and the 9, another half Worcester for Wynn. Having a heck of a second half here. Oh, and it goes through the hole again. You gotta be kidding me, he did it again. Oh my goodness.
IVA real quick, if you're doing the Yankee swap, as soon as everybody's done bowling, that's when we're gonna do it.
That'll be 75 after 8 for Wynn Trafton. A couple of rather lower than All right, folks, we are back. That is something that has never happened to me before. Actually had a bit of a software crash for the streaming software. That was quite interesting. I think I kind of saw it coming because I was a little bit worried about something that was visually kind of happening, where the stream might have been okay, but my preview window was glitching out for a good chunk of the match. And I was worried about when that was going to hit the fan, figuratively and literally, and it definitely did just a moment or two ago. So apologies for the disruption there. You only missed about 2 boxes from Wynn Trafton. He threw a strike and an 8 fill, followed by an 8 box for a 101 in the 4th game, for a 4-game total of 422 for Wynn Trafton. And it's currently an 8 drop for Dave LaRoche, and we are in progress now. Dave LaRoche will clean that up for a nice spare. 65 and a bonus for Dave LaRoche after 7. working on a follow-up to that spare now. LaRoche, lane 23. He'll drop 6 and fill with 6. LaRoche for the follow-up spare, and he leaves the sleeper behind it. He's currently at 71 after 7. He'll take a 10 instead, 81 and 8 for Dave LaRoche. Here, let me catch you up. Here's the score update. So we only missed a couple boxes by Win Trafton. Ironically, when we had that crash, he was Win Trafton was also kind of crashing out a little bit himself with a 5-box and then a 2-box. When he threw the strike, that was when OBS decided to bite the big bazooka on me. And that's so he threw in 101 for a 422 4-game total, 91, 99, 131, 101 for Win Trafton. Dave LaRoche, string currently in progress. And here we go. On the head pin, split 7. 4, 6, 3. And LaRoche will take the right half. He'll take the 3 and the 6 and leave the 4. LaRoche will take a 9 for 90 and 9. Here in Manchester, New Hampshire at Lakeside Lanes. If you're just tuning in, welcome back to the second stream. Yay, 2 streams in one night. It's a backup stream. You didn't miss much. Little intermission, bathroom break for y'all. Here's Dave off to the left. And he'll shave a few off. 3 drops so far for Dave LaRoche. 90 and 9. 3 plus 3. He needs a mark to catch up to Win Trafton. LaRoche will poke 2 and leave 5. So this will be another game for Win Trafton with at least 4 points. Dave LaRoche also with 4. So things are starting to even out, kind of regress to the mean. That's sort of what's going to happen here. At least by the end of the 4th, that'll be a 9-box for Dave LaRoche for a 99. And this is going to be one competitive 5th game because look at that total. 422 for Win Trafton, 426 for Dave LaRoche, and 101 for Win Trafton, taking the 4th game from Dave LaRoche by 2 pins to his 99. So yeah, 4 points apiece. After 4 games, we are going to have a very tight 5th game here, folks. It's going to be fantastic. Fantastic, competitive Candlepin action going into the 5th because Win Trafton has mounted quite a comeback. So consider Game 5 basically overtime as we come into the final 10 frames of this match of the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour in Manchester, New Hampshire at Lakeside Lanes on this Friday evening with Win Trafton and Dave LaRoche, and I'm Steve Kelly here in Class C. It's going to be a great one. Hope you all are having a great time. It's a second stream this evening. Had a bit of a crash on the software, so I had to quickly just stand up another stream as fast as we possibly could. So let the games begin when Trafton throws. And throws indeed. He drops 3. And he'll leave the 1 and the 3 for the second ball. And Trafton will take a 9 after 1. Trafton, nice throw in the 1-3 pocket. Angled correctly. Drops 7. 2-4-9 And he'll take the 4, leave the 2, and the 9 is untouched. Trafton will take 8 for 17 after 2. Win Trafton this evening, 3 strikes, 9 spares, 5 10s, 40% perfect boxes, 72 extra pins off of fills, averaging 6 on the fill. First ball average is 5.6. He's taken 22 head pin shots so far with 8 splits. Here's Win. Head pin, drops 8, 4-7. Lumber yard down there, wood. I like how it looks. That should be pretty decent. And it certainly is. It's more than decent. It's a spare for Win Trafton. 27 and a bonus after 3. Let's watch this shot again on the 4-7. Red lines that wood. It was gone. Win Trafton has been in the ACST for at least 3 seasons. He was at Lakeside Lanes for those first 2 seasons. This season he is at Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire, and there's a headpin shot and a split and an 8 fill for Win Trafton. That puts him at 35 after 3. And I don't mind the wood down there. I think that has potential for some fireworks if you hit it correctly. Oh, but he hit it a little bit direct. For the 10, he'll take a 9. 44 for Win Trafton after 4. Win Trafton, 31 and 39 on the season. #1 seed in his division. Division leader. He is like the New England Patriots of his division. He'll take 3 out here. And he'll shave 2 more off. Yikes. Just stick figures down there. 1, 7, 10, 6, 6, and 8. Oh, and that'll be a 5 for Win Trafton. That'll be a 49.5. Dave LaRoche might sense an opening here. 1 mark in this 5 boxes for Win Trafton. 3 for 5 in the headpin, 2 splits, 49.5. 471 for Win Trafton, 4.5 games in. Dave LaRoche comes in 426 after 4 games. It's time to see what Dave LaRoche is made of here on the Atlantic Candlepin Single Store as we continue onward. Quarter 2 of Game 5. Here's Dave. Starts out with a Caleri, 1, 3, 6, 8, 10. Dave wanted to go for the head pin and run him down, but he just missed it a little bit to the left and collided with the wood in the back. Took out some pins, but left the 1 and the 3. LaRoche will take a 10. 10 after 1 for Dave. Apparently Dave LaRoche has a stuck bowling ball somewhere out back. It's nice to have 4 bowling balls at least. Dave, 1-2 pocket. Ooh. Head pin shot. Yeah, that was a head pin shot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Gross. That's the best way I can describe that. Spray and pray that wood. See what you get. Dave will get only the 5. Keeps it looking pretty, I guess. 4, 6, 7, 10 leave for a 10 box. 6 box guarantee. Dave will make it an 8, his best 8 box he can muster, leaving the 6 and the 10. 18 after 2 for Dave LaRoche, 17 after 2 for Win Trafton. Dave will take 3 out on the back right corner, the right back side Candlepin corner, which you should check out on Facebook and YouTube, by the way. Candlepin corner. Corey Alisi, Jordan Britton, Micah Imperato, great bunch over there on Candlepin corner. Candlepin corner sponsored by the Candlepin corner. I'll leave the 4-7 for Dave LaRoche after the second ball. For a 10 box here, he'll make it a 10. 2 10s and an 8, that's 28 after 3 for Dave. Yeah, that was a real bad shot for Dave. Yeah, it's imagine 4 5 6 7 10 or 5 7 10 plus the 4 and the 6. And that was a pocket shot. That really should have been a strike. Like, it's one of those, like, you just stare and you go like, really? Like, that was what I got? Could have been worse. Last night someone shot the head pin and got the 1, the 2, and the 3 and nothing else, so could be worse. I mean, not much worse, but you know, you know what I mean. 2 drop for Dave, taking out the 6 and the 8 for the follow-up. Pocket shot, little full, still going to mix down at least one more. 6 7 10 now. Dave, 7, 8, 9, or 10. Nice 10 box for Dave. His third 10 box out of 4 frames. 3 10s and an 8. That's 38 after 4 for Dave LaRoche. 1 for 4 in the head pin, 1 split. And in the whole match, he's 16 head pin shots, 10 splits. Averaging 5.4 down on the first ball. 36% quarterback rating on the head pin. 54 bonus pins off of fills, averaging 6.8 per fill. On average, 2 strikes, 6 spares, 14 10s, 49% on the perfect boxes for Dave LaRoche. 7 drop here. 1 2 7 for Dave. Dave misses the object. Still the 1 2 and 7. Dave cleans up for a 10 box. That was a lot of 10 boxes in a half. 4 for 5. 48 after 5 for Dave LaRoche. 4 10s and an 8. 49 after 5 for Win Trafton. Win Trafton 3 for 5 in the head pin with 2 splits. Dave LaRoche 1 for 5 in the head pin with 1 split. And it's still very close. Look at that total spread. +3 for Dave LaRoche, 474 to Win Trafton's 471, and only +1 for Win Trafton in the game. And they both have an equal amount of points going into this 5th game. It's competitive. You won't want to miss these last 5 boxes. Here's Win Trafton. 1 2 pocket for Win Trafton. He drops 6 and splits 6 to start this out. That's the 5 6 3 7. Or 3 5 6 7 if you want to convert to metric. Win will take the 5 and only the 5. For the 10 box, he'll make it a respectable 9. 58 and 6 for Win Trafton here. When Trafton will take 5 pins out, 4 horsemen right side in the 7. 1, 3, 6, 7, 10. He'll take the head pin right on the object, but sends it straight back pretty much. Trafton will make it an 8 box, leaving the 7 and the 10. That'll be 66 in 7 for win. When Trafton will take 2 out, the 6 and the 10. Didn't exactly want to curse either bowler here in saying it was a competitive half. When Trafton will sail into the ocean here. Before we sign off for the end of this string of this match, I'd like to thank our ACST committee members, including our Commissioner Danny Finn, our Class C Treasurer Anthony Caron, ACST statistician Micah Imperato. There's a 7 box for Win Trafton, by the way, 73 and 8. The staff at Lakeside Lanes for always being so accommodating for us. Steve Abadili, who contributed some video content and photography. Check out his work, link in the description. And I always like to thank viewers like you for watching. Thank you always, whenever, however, whoever you are. I always appreciate you watching in any capacity. Win Trafton with a spread eagle. My goodness. At the very start of this match, he almost made this for a spare. Oh, but he doesn't do it that time. He sails into the ocean. Sails into the hole. I just remember when Ed Sargent made this shot at Boutwell's. It was a great one to watch and a great one to broadcast. 6 box for Win Trafton. That's 79 in 9. This big 5th game for a lot of points, for 6 points. 4 for total pinfall and 2 for the string. And since both bowlers were virtually tied, both in points coming up to this 5th game and the total, these last 5 boxes are big. There's a 4 drop for Win Trafton. Win Trafton's final first ball average is 5.6 for the match. Oh, and he's on the pocket, gets in there, but leaves the 4 and the 7, and just the magic just couldn't happen on the pin action down there. 8, 9, or 10 for Win for an 89 game. Win Trafton will take a 5-11 match series. He went 3 strikes, 10 spares, 3 strikes, 10 spares, 6 tens, 38% perfect box percentage, totaling 80 pins and fills, averaging 6.2 per mark, 5.6 first ball average, 26 for 50 on the head pin, 11 splits, averaging 102 for the evening, 52% quarterback rating. It's a deficit of 41 in the game and 37 in the total for Dave LaRoche to overcome. And Dave, not to be, you know, I said it was going to be competitive. I was hoping the word competitive would have meant a few higher numbers, but let's get the car started here. Dave LaRoche after 1 drop. Second ball in the 1-3 pocket, much better. Leaves the 2 triangle. Diamond, not triangle, diamond. Shapes, geometry. LaRoche, oh, he breaks his 10 box streak. That's a 9 box, 57 and 6 for Dave. The lead drops to 32 for Win Trafton across 4 boxes, and 28 in the total across 4 boxes. Dave mixes down 7, 1, 6, 10. Not in the head pin, but got a good mix out of it. Takes 2, leaves 1. Dave LaRoche's worst box this game has been an 8, and this is going to be at least a 9. It's going to be another 9. 66 and 7 for Dave LaRoche. Dave LaRoche of the Alamo at 99 Route 113 in Brookline, New Hampshire, headed up by Dominic Mariano. Every butt loves a good rub. Get smoked. Dave will get a splash off the 3-6 pocket. Drops 4. 6. No, 4. 5. What am I talking about? You know, we'll just say numbers until we get it right. It's a 5 drop for Dave LaRoche. 1, 2, 4, 8, 10. Dave LaRoche on lane 23 for a spare bid, and yeah, buddy. There's a spare for Dave LaRoche. 76 and a bonus and 8. Something that small could mean big things, particularly in the total, which now becomes a deficit of 9 for Dave LaRoche. Beautiful spare conversion. Here comes Dave. 1-3 pot. That's a 4 fill for Dave LaRoche. I went silent because I wanted to capture Dave's laugh over mine. Because, oh my goodness, that just ain't fair. It's making it fiercely close, but he'll try to spare it up and leave the 5 and the 10. And yep, his face is my face. I can't believe that. It'll be a 9 for Dave, 89 and 9. Dave LaRoche has taken the total. He's up by 4 in the total, so that's 4 points at least for Dave LaRoche. So he's got at least 8 under his belt. See if he can get 10 here with this last box. Currently tied 89 to 89, so it looks like Dave LaRoche is in the driver's seat. It's his destiny to control. And that will do it. That's a 6 drop for Dave LaRoche, and he'll take 6 points this game. 4 for the total and 2 for the game. 1, 2, 8, 10 for Dave. He just barely squeaks this out. No mark. Leaves the 2 and the 8. I want to thank you for watching. Hope this was a pleasant viewing experience for you. Be sure to check out the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour page on Facebook and YouTube. There's a 10 box for Dave. And that is going to be ball game, 89-99, Trafton, LaRoche respectively. That means it's a 5-game series of 511 for Win Trafton and a 5-game series of 525 for Dave LaRoche. And this 5th game was huge in terms of determining a 6-point distribution, as both bowlers took 4 points apiece going into the 5th. So Dave LaRoche will come out of this with 10 points, and Win Trafton will take 4. And this was a fiercely fought game across both of our bowlers, and it was close all throughout, coming down to literally the last 10 frames. So Win Trafton, your final score, 511, Dave LaRoche, 525. 2 strikes for LaRoche, 3 for Trafton. LaRoche pulled ahead with a 50% perfect box percentage, while Win Trafton had a 38%. Win Trafton, incidentally, though, went 26 for 50 with a 52% head pin percentage, while Dave LaRoche only had a 34% head pin percentage. Interesting split on a divergence on the stats there. Both bowlers had 11 splits, so the fairness meter was basically perfect there. Dave LaRoche head-to-head won 23 boxes over Win Trafton 16, with the rest being ties. And here are some graphs in case you are graphically inclined. Do feel free to pause the video if you want to examine these any further, just to see how wild some of these swings, how some of these numbers swung throughout the match and how things progressed and all of that. But anyway, so that should just about do it for us here on the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. I've been Steve Kelly in the call. It's been great to have you along this evening. If you want to check out my content, I run a channel called 3 Ball Spare on YouTube as well as Facebook. I also stream it on occasionally on Twitch, on Kick. I have a subreddit. YouTube is the primary place for all kinds of highlight reels, shorts, and all kinds of other stuff. So do check it out. 3 Ball Spare on YouTube. And do also check out the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour page on Facebook and YouTube for all the matches that are past and present. Also on YouTube YouTube for the ACST page as well. And also do check out the Candlepin chat group on Facebook, Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, Candlepin Corner on YouTube. On TikTok, there's @Candlepin Bowling. There's Outrun the Fair on the Facebook and Instagram, Alley Chat on YouTube, Bowling with the Gothiers on YouTube, Wolfman12395 on YouTube, the Candlepin Bowling channel on YouTube. There's the Ripping the Rack podcast. There's the Approach podcast. And Tony Levesque and Charlie Collins make some great content on YouTube and TikTok. Anyways, so for this evening, for Win Trafton and Dave LaRoche, I've been Steve Kelly. It's been great to have you along, and we'll see you at the next Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. Have a great one, everybody.